Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch the Movie. I am Mike, and this is a Patreon only video for your anus. I didn't think about that, and it just kind of came out. Hope you guys are doing awesome on this Wednesday evening, and I got an extremely late movie review for you. It's The Night House, directed by David Bruckner, who directed Southbound. What is it? I'm lying like I don't have IMDb pulled up. Yeah, he directed a segment in Southbound. He directed a segment in VHS. He directed The Signal, which was his first movie, which is actually a movie that if you're out and you're looking for a weird sci-fi / horror movie that's got some wild and wacky shit in it, I recommend The Signal because it's different. Can't say it's perfect, but it's one of those movies you watch and you go, fuck, that was cool. I enjoyed myself. That was original. So movie recommendation of the day, I guess, would be The Signal for you guys to watch. But yeah, he does a lot of segments. He did some creep show stuff. He's the guy who's doing the upcoming Hellraiser movie for Hulu, who has live sports. So that's David Bruckner, and he directed this movie called The Night House, which I'm sure that you guys, if you've been able to go to the movies, you've seen a trailer for it. I've seen it in front of almost every movie I've seen over the past couple months. And I always thought the trailer, to be honest with you, kind of look boring. Kind of like it could be freaky, but kind of look sort of boring. But it stars Rebecca Hall, who I'm not even sure about this, but I'm pretty goddamn sure that she was the lady in the bank in the town. I'm going to look it up right now. Let's just call this IMDb with Mike. Yes, she was. She was a lady in the town. It's the only thing I really remember from. She was in Godzilla vs. Kong. There you go. And she's been in a bunch of shit. And she was in The Gift. But anyways, yeah, Rebecca Hall. The reason you need to know her is because she is literally the Ryan Reynolds buried in this movie. This movie is almost always on her face, and she crushes shit. Even for my problems with this movie, and I'll keep it spoiler free. It is in theaters now, but I just forgot what the fuck I was saying. Fuck is I saying? But she crushes in it, even though I do have problems with it. But yeah, so the movie starts out and she's grieving over her dead husband. Her husband shot himself out of nowhere. Everything was fine. They had a happy marriage, seemingly. He goes out to the boat, shoots himself. So she's dealing with this. Meanwhile, she finds a note that he left, and it just says something to the effect of, "You were right. There is nothing. You are safe now." And that's all it says, which is pretty fucking weird. So the whole movie is about her unpacking all this, figuring out what's going on. There's a lot of grief stuff. There's a lot of slow moments. But they do a really good job with the direction, and she's so fascinating to look at. She does such a great job. I don't know what it is about her fucking face, but like when she speaks, you just care. You give a shit, whether it's a slow, sad moment or something really interesting is happening. But the way they pick it up and get the movie going is they make you believe this is like a ghost story. It feels like a ghost story. Some creepy ass shit happens in the middle of the night. He calls her on her phone. Weird shit starts going on in the house. Music starts playing by itself. And the house is in this really cool location by lake, because it's a lake house. No, the Night House. Okay. What are we, some kind of Suicide Squad? But yeah, it's a beautiful location to look at. And David Bruckner does a great job framing everything and slowly weaving the mystery of everything that happens. And as she goes on, she finds out more and more, and nothing is what it seems. It's one of those movies that's hard to review because you don't want to give anything away, because the whole purpose, it's one of those, probably a one-time watcher, because it's all about the twists, the turns, figuring out what actually happened, and then being subsequently freaked the fuck out by what happens. And you do. And they go dark with it. They go real dark. It goes to a super sinister fucking place at the end of it. And I absolutely just, I loved where it was heading in the ending, but I just thought that they fucking like a waiter fucking walking out holding like, 8 trays, and everybody's like, "Our beer is here." And then right before he gets to the table, he's like, and like just drops, only drops several of the beers, and they don't get on anybody, but it does lessen the experience because he sprained his ankle, and now you're worried about how he's going to pay his bills. But you did have a great time at dinner. And that's kind of what the end of this does. So just tip him well and enjoy yourself and have a good time. But no, Rebecca Hall is seriously amazing. I think that it's one of those cool cases where a horror movie showcased an actor or an actress in a way that other movies hadn't given them that chance. And she was really good in The Town. I liked her a lot in that movie. But I think her career is going to really take off from this. And that's cool to see. And I like to see that a lot, because she was amazing in the movie. And there's a couple really good shots in it. There's some shots, and you can see this in the trailer where like you'll see she's like, "Are you there?" or whatever, and this figure will be like his fucking head will match the perfect shape of like a pole, and then the shadowy figure will just turn its fucking head. And they do that with this movie in a I couldn't have you could have sat me down with the most expensive cameraman equipment and a snorkel in a room for 2 fucking years. I don't know why I said snorkel, and I could never ever figure out how to make that shot happen. It makes my mind aghast at how the fuck they fit these puzzle pieces to make these shadows come out of fucking nowhere and be like, ha ha, got your hat. But it's really cool. And it plays on, obviously it plays on grief. It plays with the idea of ghosts. I'm not going to say whether or not it turns out to be a ghost or not, but it plays with that whole thing. There's some true crime-ish vibes, just a little touch of stuff like that going on. And again, none of this I'm saying is a spoiler because it could just be a mirage. It may be real, it maybe not be. You have to watch the movie, see for yourself. I just didn't love the last shot. It felt like they were like, I don't know what to do. And they just boom. And like too many questions, way too many questions I had. But I did read that this inspired Hellraiser or was inspired by Hellraiser. So that was pretty cool. I still haven't looked into why that is because I forgot about it until just now. But The Lake House is a Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock movie. The Night House it's got some pretty good scares in it. It's a beautiful film to look at, and it's an interesting story to unravel, a nice little mystery and a little package. But my friends, it is a one-time watcher. It's a little slow. You're not going to feel great when you walk out of it. You know what I mean? It's not one of those movies you're like, I can't wait to enjoy the day. It's a sort of a downer, like the whole movie is, So I think those movies are hard to get yourself to go see, which is why I think that this isn't doing very good at the box office right now. But if you're in that mood, The Night House is well done, and it's totally worth a watch at least one time. So I'll give the movie a 7. Yeah, it's a 7 for me. I enjoyed it. But that's The Night House. So I hope you guys are doing awesome. Just putting this on Patreon because it's late and Jay didn't see it. We got cool stuff coming up this week. I'm going to tell y'all something. We are going to do a Candyman commentary tonight, and then I'm going to feverishly edit that bitch. Those take forever to fucking edit because you have to go through the whole movie again. But I'm going to edit it, and I'm going to try to have it up by tomorrow. And then I'm taking my one-legged ass tomorrow night to a volleyball game. So I can't see Candyman, the new movie, tomorrow night. But I'm going tomorrow morning to see it. And then Friday at like 2:30, I'm going to run home from Candyman, and we're going to do a live stream review of it. And then Saturday is the Patreon stream, which I'm fucking pumped about. We had to miss last month's because of everything going on. And you guys were so fucking cool about that. So I really appreciate it and appreciate you and love you and all your little animals. And for the 2 of you still watching this, I'm gay. I'm not really. But I wish I was. Is that weird? No, I don't. That would mean that I wasn't happily married. What's happening right now? We love your fucking faces, guys. We will see you tomorrow. And I would do anything for love, but I won't eat cats. Oh no, I won't eat cats.